I am Gerald Ford, and I will recount my experience as the President of the United States from 1974 to 1977. Although my presidency was brief, it was marked by significant challenges and decisions during a turbulent period in American history. My rise to the presidency was unplanned. After Spiro Agnew resigned in 1973, I became vice president under Richard Nixon, thanks to my reputation for moderation and hard work in Congress. Less than a year later, in August 1974, I became president following Nixon's resignation amidst the Watergate scandal. It was a heart-rending moment for the country, and I assumed the presidency with the goal of healing our divided nation. One of my first actions as president was to pardon Nixon. I made this controversial decision because I believed the country needed to focus on the future rather than remaining mired in legal proceedings. This decision elicited strong criticism and certainly affected my popularity and credibility. Economically, I inherited a challenging situation with high inflation and rising unemployment, a scenario referred to as stagflation. I proposed a program called Whip Inflation Now, WIN, aimed at encouraging saving and reducing spending to combat inflation. Unfortunately, the program did not have the desired effect and was largely seen as a failure. Internationally, I continued Nixon's policy of détente with the Soviet Union, but I also faced challenges, including the fall of Saigon marking the end of the Vietnam War in 1975. This was a dark moment and a defeat for American foreign policy. However, I also oversaw the signing of the Helsinki Accords, which were an important step in improving East-West relations and laid the groundwork for human rights in Eastern Europe. My presidency was also marked by an assassination attempt in 1975 by Lynette Squeaky Fromm, a follower of Charles Manson. Fortunately, she did not succeed in harming me. In 1976, I faced a tough battle for the Republican nomination against Ronald Reagan, who challenged my nomination. I managed to secure the nomination, but I was defeated in the presidential election by Jimmy Carter, a Democrat, in a context of lingering dissatisfaction with how I handled the economy and the legacy of Watergate. My presidency was short and filled with challenges, but I always sought to act in the best interest of my country, aiming to restore the American people's trust in their government. My years in the White House were among the most difficult in modern American history, but they were guided by my commitment to public service and healing our nation.